I am Robert Lawrence with the Advantage Corporation in San Diego, and we have a Colby 5 here, which is highly optimized for playing chess. And we have designed it around a recursive assembler routine that uses a brute strength approach to finding the optimal route.
I don't want to give away exact numbers, but I think we got the fastest depth first search to get the most number. I think we can predict more turns in advance than any other computer here, so I think we got a really good chance.
My field is experimental psychology, but I've spent the last 3 years studying chess skill in both humans and machines. And this is SAR. This is the latest iteration of Caltech's computer chess program. This is 3.0. Last year, 2.0 won this very same tournament.
Computers are getting smaller, they're getting better, they're getting faster. It's a matter of time before we beat people with these things.
So do you guys have a program in the competition here today?
Nope. Don't know anything about it. We're just watching them get ready for the end of the world here.
World War III.
World War III. That's what we're here for. Getting in on the ground floor.
Do you think a human being will ever beat a person at chess?
Oh, between a human being and a person, my money's on the computer.
I mean, a computer.
If you ask Captain Apocalypse, have you talked to this guy? I mean, I feel like I'm worried I'm writing intercontinental ballistic missile routines here. I just want to win at chess.
What can I say? There is nothing but changes, nothing but changes. What can I say? There is nothing but changes, nothing but changes. You and I stay the same anyway. Does it really take time to be free of your mind?
Hey, do not ever shoot at the sun. You're going to burn out the tube.
I wasn't shooting at the sun. It's fine. The camera's fine.
You're shooting at the sun. You're going to shoot the rest of the weekend inside. We want to be only inside. That's it. But computer chess goes back even further. To the Mechanical Turk, 1770, the original chess-playing machine. It played against and defeated Benjamin Franklin and Napoleon Bonaparte. Well, he had a secret. There was a human being inside the machine. Though the first was a fraud, we're working to get back to that level of chess play when machine beats man. I greet you for our annual North American Computer Chess Tournament and present you with a panel of the best and the brightest. From my left, there is Les Carbre from Allied Laboratories.
Hi, Ben.
Martin Buescher sitting in for Tom Cheshire. And that's last year's winner, SAR 2.0 from Caltech. Roland McVeigh from MIT, and they're the programmers of Stasia. And finally, Mike Papageorge, who is an independent programmer. Is there a computer program in the house which can stand up to a human chess master? That's me. When will a machine beat me? Many years ago, I made a public wager that no computer would beat me until the year 1984, and that date is quickly coming up. So what do you think, gentlemen? Will I win my bet?
I think you're cutting it close, but I think you will win that bet. If I was in your shoes, I wouldn't extend it any. I think within 2 years of that, so 1986, you won't stand a chance. And I think that, say, another 10 years after that, there isn't a man or woman alive who will stand a chance.
Well, let me ask you.
Well, there may be some disagreement, but look at the speed with which the technology, the software, but particularly the hardware, is progressing right now. And just based on that speed, barring a calamitous event like World War III to set us back, I truly believe it to be inevitable.
How about any of the other gentlemen? You have a thought on this? Want to chime in? This articulate panel?
We've experimented some with parallel processing, and then we're doing selective search. And all the algorithmic and software things that we're doing makes a difference. It does make an improvement, but it's dwarfed by the improvement we get just with better hardware. More memory and faster processor. We're blessed at Allied in that we have the equipment, we have the resources at our disposal. So the person I'm really excited to talk to about real gains in software is perhaps Tom Chesser, who I thought was going to be here on this panel.
Professor Chesser will be here shortly. He is delayed.
Okay, I mean, could you perhaps talk about some of that?
Talk about advances? Well, I think it's safe to say that we're operating in some of the same avenues as Allied, but maybe Professor Chesser could speak more to that, but I'm not necessarily certain he would speak about it.
Well, anyway, whatever you did last year was working because SAR 2.0 was the winner, and they were especially good about end games, and that's a place where computer programs often falter. So I think what I'd like to show is an example of what happened last year. And I'm sorry to do this to my friend right here, but, so, Stasia versus Don. Well, this should have been an easy win for Stasia. Like any human being can see that there's a force, queen takes queen, and it's a very easy victory for white. But instead, queen checks, check, 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 back and forth over and over again. Lost in a loop. Very, very embarrassing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it was not our fattest moment. But you bring up a good point. I think we've seen a lot of increase in hardware speed. It's definitely led to stronger gameplay. In fact, I think we're searching the tree deeply enough now that we're catching pretty much all of the tactical issues. But Stasia's greatest weakness, which I think is the same weakness we all our programs share, is that it really has a very poor understanding of the positional issues. So this year at MIT, we've hired a grandmaster to help us out. He's helped us come up with a couple of rules on the end game specifically that will hopefully help us avoid the comedy that we saw last year.
Mr. Papa George, we haven't heard from you yet. You usually have a very unique opinion, so.
Frankly, Pat, I have to tell you, I find the programming of my fellow competitors here to be almost as boring as this discussion.
Why? Because the machine can't compete against the human soul?
Very interesting.
I mean, sure, sooner or later, somebody's going to write a program that's going to beat you. In 83 and 85, who cares? Listen, you guys are just trying to eke out one little victory versus each other. You know, you get here this year, you get here next year.
Michael,
my program is
all very
seeking harmony,
poetic, but I'm not entirely sure from the perspective of programming that it actually means anything.
Well, we'll see when we get to the competition.
Could you please spell your name for me, sir?
Sure, it's P-A-P-A-G-E-O-R-G-E.
I don't see anything here.
P-A-P-A-G-E-O-R-G-E. M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
I'm sorry. I could call to one of the neighboring hotels and see if there's an available room.
No, I need to stay at this hotel. This hotel is where the competition is being held.
I am Pat Henderson. I am very excited. We have players from all over America, Canada, Quebec, just great. And we have something new this year. We have a lady who is competing way in the back corner. I'm happy about that too. She's welcome. So, the way this tournament works is this. We play Swiss system, that's 5 rounds. That means everybody keeps playing. If you lose, you play to the end. However, there's one big winner, and that winner gets a $7,500 prize. And the other thing you get to do, you get to play me. Stick around for the last day, because I challenge that winning chess program.
This will be a grueling couple of days, so let's keep it light, let's keep it collegial, be respectful, and of course have fun. Let's begin round one.
So, Tom Schasser, is he showing up? He's a good guy, way ahead of his time. He's like Tesla, he's so far ahead. I want to talk to him about the Eureka moment. You know?
And frankly, we're on the way to a kind of timid strategy on the side of white.
That was a Eureka
I think the
moment.
reason is they are playing a very, very strong Caltech Tsar 3.0 team.
Flash in his head.
In this case, maybe the program is trying for a draw.
In fact, I defy anybody to tell me any theory of Tesla's has been disproven today. I mean, wireless energy transfer, radio before Marconi, spark plug, alternating current engine. Made the Industrial Revolution.
No, it says EA. Czar takes pawn, queen takes queen, and rather than capture queen, the rook just approaches it.
Is there any possibility that this is some kind of very advanced? I mean, we just gave up a queen to get his queen there, and now we're basically just.
Don't move that rook.
All right, I'll be right back. Excuse me. Excuse me.
There seems to be a little glitch here. Maybe we should just follow with the camera and go look over here at the Stasia short sleeve game.
We're having serious technical problems. I need to run a very, very brief diagnostic. There's a tiny, I'm almost certain I know what it is. It's just going to take a moment of our time.
I appreciate that, but unfortunately, once the clock is started, we cannot off the game.
Okay, that's understandable. We can go ahead and leave the clock running. It's going to be a very brief diagnostic. I'm almost certain I know what the issue is.
I'm sorry.
But we're at a point now. This game is not. And MIT just won.
Great playing, everyone. Great round. I've got your new table assignments up here on the projector. 8 of you will be moving. Let's be careful, and of course, watch for cables. Good luck.
Peter, can you tell me what's going on here?
I mean, chess is the game where you're supposed to protect the king, right?
Yes?
Rather than sending him out to die at the earliest opportunity. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any idea what game it is that Tsar is trying to play right now?
Can you enter the move?
Scotchman?
God, yes. Another of these for Rules Committee here?
Thank you so much.
A lot of late night coding sessions fueled by this stuff.
You don't find it blurs your judgment?
I've got it down to a science, you see. There's a sweet spot. And the sweet spot is 3 scotches. 4, you're starting to get a little bit drunk, a little bit fuzzy. 1 or 2 and it just doesn't work. But on 3 scotches, a man on 3 scotches could program his way out of any problem in the world.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Shelley, hi, Mike Papa George. I was one of the panelists. How you doing? I see you're with the MIT team. That's wonderful. I think that we need more women here at this conference. I mean, seriously, you get all these guys together to come up with a solution for this problem, and what do they come up with? Brute force. Brute force. It's pathetic, really. I'd be willing to bet that you and I are the only ones here who even understand that programming has a feminine side. Anyway, I would love to stay in your room if you have an extra bed.
I'm so sorry that you lost your room. I don't have an extra bed.
Could I just crash on your floor or something? I just need, you know, a blanket and a pillow, really. Just somewhere where I can crash till tomorrow morning.
The thing is, the computer's in my room, and so I would probably need to check with the team to make sure.
What, you, McVeigh? He's fine. He loves me.
Excuse me, sorry to eavesdrop, but I don't
Can I
think.
help you guys with something?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to with the computer equipment in her room. I just don't think that's a good idea.
Sir, we, you know, on my show, we have a double. We have plenty of space. We'd be happy to have you stay with us.
You can stay in our room.
Yes, no problem.
So the thing you gotta remember is, when I'm talking, I'm not really talking, he's talking. When I'm asking you questions, he's the one who's actually asking, he's just asking them through me. You can answer me, but it's all going back to him. Okay. He's pulling the strings.
How do you feel about that? Okay.
No, you gotta answer me. So, explain this to me, because guys like you are like from Mars to me. Like how does somebody end up being you? How do you get to be you?
How do I get to be me?
How do you have to be you?
How do I have to be me?
Now, how do you get to be you?
Well, it's hard to sum up. For the most part, I'm doing what I love to do. But I've got the resources that I need. If I need hardware, if I need computational cycles or whatever, I mean, I've got that all on my.
No, but tell me, like you get up and you take a shower, you eat breakfast, you get in your car, you get on the highway. What are you doing with your life?
Well, I'm developing a computer chess program. Imagine a world where children can hone their skills playing against machines, where you've almost got a electronic
What if it's
chess
a
coach.
computer honing his skills playing against children?
Well, I think that's part of a bigger question. From a technical point of view,
Tell me, you've not had any interaction with the Defense Department, the Pentagon, DARPA, the intelligence community, the entire, they don't call it the military-industrial complex for nothing.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to our little after-hours joint here.
Want a beer? You want some weed? There's pills in the back.
Nah, I usually abstain.
Usually. A peanut at least.
All right.
Let me accept some assumptions that I may not believe. Let's say that let's overstate my importance. Let's say that yes, this work that I'm doing, they're very interested and they're looking at every theory that I come up with and applying this to their great military machine or an intelligence machine. I mean, let's
Not even a metaphor. I
say
mean, there are
that.
two sides, different colors. One of them's got to win, one of them's got to lose. It's going to be ugly for the ones that lose. They're knights, they're kings, they're queens. This is obviously a militaristic problem that you're trying to solve.
Are you trying to recruit me here? Are you from the Pentagon? Is there something you're not telling me?
I get around, but that's not.
How you get around? If I'm all you seem to be suggesting that I am to the Pentagon, then if I wasn't performing this work, doesn't that mean that the Russians are getting there ahead of us? I don't think.
Use that excuse for any atrocity that's ever committed. If I didn't do it, somebody else would.
Fair. But on the other hand, you seem to be making the argument that if any form of research has military potential, then it is something which morally should not be researched. And I think that you hold human progress. You hold human progress.
Chess is black and white.
Let's take this example. I'm not in the world.
It's not war. Chess is not war. So like my uncle said, war is death, hell is pain, chess is victory, and I would rather play a game of chess than go fight, get killed, or get a fucking bullet in the eye. I enjoy it. I enjoy playing it.
I enjoy that.
Thanks.
But what about AI? What about the progress of AI? You talk of its applications in war, but how far has AI really come? Things evolve. This is true. I'm not refuting that at all. But if all computers can do is calculate, then what about our basic fundamental premise of intelligence? And what is artificial intelligence?
Let me stop you there for 1 second. Why are you here? To participate in a tournament? To do the best you can in a field that you basically believe is stagnant and you don't believe in?
I don't believe in
You guys figured this out. You ever seen a Knight's Tour?
You got to look at the real research.
You do the Knight's Tour?
Yeah. You want to see it?
But so many of my colleagues, I feel, have a very narrow view. There's a fundamental assumption that all knowledge can be formally represented, that all knowledge can be reduced to numbers. It needs to be an embodied sense.
But for God's sake, you're in the academic world. If anybody could get a grant, if anybody could get this signed off to do this kind of research, it's you. You're in an ideal position for that. I'm not. My employer probably doesn't see any money in what you're talking about, but you can go forth. You can put these theories into practice. You can write research papers on it.
You would think academia would be more promising, but the dominant paradigm
recording this whole time?
is very hard to fight against. I mean,
Why not?
I gone to grad school for years because I'm seeking real artificial intelligence, and real artificial intelligence, it's
Let me ask you.
Real artificial intelligence?
Your argument. Why are we?
Is that different than artificial real intelligence?
How significant is
But
research?
in the last decade, the research hasn't been that significant, even in the calculable world.
We're going around in circles, aren't we?
This is Mike Papa George. I'm here for the competition. Can I possibly come in for a minute?
Can you go away, please?
Hole in the bucket, the water will fall. Hole in the bucket, the water will fall. Hole in the bucket, the water will fall.
Oh, I lost my key. Can I just come in here and stay with you guys for a while?
Sure, why not?
Thanks.
Ha. 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 Ha.
One want to be two, two want to be one. One want to be two, two want to be one.
Oh, wow.
It's half me and half you.
I didn't get absolute perfection, but I definitely see the possibilities and being open to the possibilities.
I never realized that our eyes are the same color. And just thank you. Thanks.
It's warmth. It's moisture.
Next time.
Good joy it brings. Oh, it is okay. You may go in. And we shall adjourn. We go back to the room. I will visit with you all individually, and I will see you all together this evening.
Do you need help cleaning out?
Yes, please, thank you.
Hey, what do you got there?
Compact, luggable, portable computer.
Hey, that's a big one, huh?
Yeah.
What's
It's the PDP-11.
a what?
It's the PDP-11.
Okay. Wow.
You know, every other place.
It's very good.
And how about your name, Luke? Is that something?
Okay.
An acronym?
Well, Luke is me, not an acronym. Luke is my computer. Luke is the software that I wrote for this contest. So it's all Luke, just me, version 1, only be version
Gentlemen
1.
and Shelley, another round begins. You can start the games.
Roland, I'm sorry. I'm afraid we're gonna have to offer our resignation.
Is that even legal? Resign before you've even made a move? Should we ask Riney? It's okay with us. We'll take the win. What's wrong?
I wish I knew.
You guys need a bathroom break?
This is a very odd, weird, strange, idiosyncratic game. I don't know how many ways I can say it. And it's all on white. It's all checkers. White has already sacrificed a queen and a knight. This is either suicide or just the most brilliant game of the whole tournament.
Czar hasn't made a single move.
Hey, don't talk to him. He's working.
Pat, go fuck yourself.
This is a beautiful, beautiful, quiet move, which I just missed. Checkers and white a trap.
Hi, Les. Good to see you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I guess so.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Wow, you still using the between.
Excuse me, Les. Tom, could you follow me, please?
Position you got. Tom.
Oh. Tom Cheshire, the man of the hour. Hey, what's wrong with you guys? SAR 3.0? What's wrong?
Innovation can be a rocky road.
We
actually just resigned the game.
You resigned? Why?
Peter, you want to update Tom?
I was just up all night debugging it, and I haven't come across anything.
You were up all night?
Yes.
Okay. How about you get a breath of fresh air? And we'll work on this.
Oh, okay. Roland, good to see you.
Tom, good to see you.
So, I know this is a little unorthodox, but between gentlemen, do you mind if we unresign?
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to watch her play.
Okay with us.
Okay.
Hey, are you the computer convention over there? Yeah, I think we met briefly in the conference room. I'm Dave. You're
Peter.
Peter, nice meeting you. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, do you mind if I ask you a question? What are you guys doing in there? Are those all the new computer models or what?
No, not really. There are new chess programs.
Oh yeah?
Various people have written their own chess programs this year, and it's a tournament for that.
Okay.
And so the computers will face each other off to see who's written the best program.
Okay, so the computers play chess versus other computers.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I've got a little convention here too. It's a couples group. I don't know if you've ever done any encounter stuff or anything like that. You're probably a little young for that. It's I don't know if you're into any of the therapy at all. Anyhow, the guy, I don't know if you've seen this guy, Kenaloe in there, big black guy. I mean, he's from Africa, so his perspective is really, really heavy. You know, I mean, it's not like the Western therapy trip at all. It's like it's really. Oh man, are you married?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, all truths contain their opposite. Without black, we can't have white, that sort of thing. You understand, right? It's like, in order to know something, you have to forget it. That's why we seek it. Okay. I know you're thinking, who's this crazy guy? Right?
No, it's...
Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay.
It's not,
It's all right.
no.
Well, I'm Dave. Tell me your name again?
Peter.
Peter, right.
Yes. Yeah. Peter Bishton.
Peter Bishton. Hey.
Yes.
We got the same color eyes, man. All right. Hey, I'll see you.
There is an interesting tie for second place between Stasia and Advantage, 3.5 points each. Their only hope is that the top two teams are going to draw, but I think that's very unlikely with Checkers and Alliance. Two teams that are absolutely going to go for the kill. Checkers and Alliance. Alliance, a kind of traditional program. We like what they do, but we can kind of figure it out. But Checkers, I've talked about this several times today. Very strange, very idiosyncratic, very odd. I talked to Mr. Papa George himself and I said, what language is your program? And of course, he wouldn't tell me. So I've talked to a couple of other programmers and they've said, we have no idea. It could be Sanskrit, it could be Pig Latin.
I'm sorry, can you go to the bathroom and wash your hands?
Yes.
Okay, let's check her out. Okay. So let's run a trace with test position 62. Okay. Okay, keep scrolling. Okay, next page.
I just don't understand why it's committing suicide.
It's not killing itself. It's a computer. It doesn't have will. it's running software. We wrote the software. So there, it's going down the tree, and then it's calling the evaluation function. Okay, so keeping that in mind, when you are compiling with F77, this code, the F77 that you're running is not the standard one. I wrote a new compiler specific to this hardware and this software. Say that again? So the compiler is adding instructions to implement the machinery of the optimizations as it's compiling the lines that you see. Okay. So you can see those lines of code, but there's actually more being generated. The system can improve itself during the game in the hash to run the evaluation and then to store that evaluation in the hash. There's adjusted parameter settings to implement, say, the transposition table, additional functionality. That's right. Everything is not everything. What? There's more.
Okay, that's kind of new.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, how do you stay up through these all-night hacking sessions? I mean, do you want to get a coffee or something, or?
No, thanks. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. You know, when I was in grad school, I used to do some push-ups sometimes. Keep my blood flowing. Yeah.
No, I think I'm fine. I don't need to do anything.
Okay, no push-ups. So
I just don't want it to keep losing. Is all.
I understand, but this is an advantage for us. Everyone down there thinks that we're yesterday's news. But we're getting information now about how the system is performing in a tournament setting. And we've got 6 months. We've got 6 months before the World Championship in Lisbon. And no one can catch up to us because they haven't seen the technology in action because of this bug.
Neither have we.
Yeah, well, but we can go back to California and put the boards in the testing hardware and test everything in isolation based on the parameters that you're finding here. We have time. But speaking of time, I have to get back to my wife and child.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Dr. Chesser. You're a great advisor and a brilliant man.
Convince me not to kick your ass.
Don't kick my ass. Why would you want to kick my ass, John?
You stole something from me.
You hadn't talked to Freddie about this? Is he here, by the way? Is he... Well, I mean, yeah, I took those drugs. The pills. Freddie and I talked about this. I'm bringing you guys money for them. John, come on. It's just some money. What's the big deal? John. John.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I'm Peter from the Caltech team, and I was wondering, do you have Stasia here?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I run an experiment with the two of them? If that's okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you. Can you help me come get it?
Yeah, let me go get
Thanks.
my glasses.
Okay.
On A6 to A5.
Knight B3 to D2. Still retreating. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you try something else? Can you try just making a move on your own? Don't use Stasia. Can you do your own move?
What?
Just do your own move on your own.
Okay. Knight C6
Just,
to...
well, hold on. Just think about it a little bit and then go. Just give it a thought.
Pawn A5 to A4.
Pawn G2 to G4. Are you waking up?
Pawn E6 to E5.
Pawn F4 to F5. Did you see that?
It's a weird strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's revising its strategy. Why do you think it's doing that?
Excuse me. Sir? Sir, you can't sleep there. Sir? It actually turns out a couple didn't check in for the other conference and I have a room available. Would you like it?
I would.
How would you like to pay?
Tomorrow morning?
Great. Here's room 302. Just walk down the hallway, take the elevator to the 3rd floor, and take a right.
You're talking about the dream?
We had the same dream last night. At least we think we had the
Yeah,
same dream last
the
night.
more we talked about it, the more it sounds like that we had the. Because I felt like she was there.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Can I help you people with something?
Yes, absolutely.
What can I help you with?
Excuse me, Dr. Chester. Can I join you?
Oh, okay. How are you doing? What's going on?
Well, I really wanted to talk to you this morning. I had a theory that I don't think that Czar wants to play against computers.
And why do you say that?
Well, because last night after we were working on it, I took it to an MIT student's room, and I had their program Stasia play against ours.
Wait, you wheeled it over there?
I had a student help me, yes.
Okay. And what did you do with the MIT team?
I just had one student play their program against ours, that's all.
Okay.
I just wanted to see another game, and the idea I had is I just had at first the two programs playing against each other, and then I had that same student start generating their own moves.
Yeah.
And Zara at first was doing very poor, just like it had, and when it started playing against the student, it was much more aggressive, and it performed better.
Okay. But this was just part of a game last night, right? How many moves?
12 or so.
Okay,
we just didn't have enough time.
I appreciate your,
sorry.
desire to figure this stuff out, but I just don't think that that's enough data to support this theory about computers versus human opponents.
I would like to run some more tests as well. This is just the start of it.
Right.
This is
It's just
a proposition I have.
It's just such a outlandish theory. It just doesn't make sense. And
no, it's still there's still some significant evidence for it, and I know it's a bit unconventional, but there's some others like Nikola Tesla would sometimes
who has been
run,
talking to you about Tesla?
Just some person mentioned it.
I do not think that Tesla is a good role model for your academic career. That is the path to madness. Do you know about confirmation bias? Where you're blind to all the things that will refute your theory and you're fixating on the things that support it? This is a human trait, and it's an issue that I've dealt with in my own work in the past. Zara is a very complicated machine. It has many components, many connections between them. And right now, some of those connections are going a little wrong. Our brains, even more complex. And I think that with this theory of yours, you're making a few wrong connections. And I'm worried that if you're fixating on this, the balance of wrong connections to right connections could shift. And at that point, we've lost our sanity.
Look deep within me to find
what is inside you. Go! Break through! Come through, Mr. Michael Papa George. Fights through!
He's crowning! Watch his shoulders! Rotate his shoulders!
Keep fighting, Mr. Papa George. Squeeze through. I'm now going to cut your umbilical cord. Breathe, Mr. Papa George. Breathe, Mr. Papa George. Now, what is your name?
Michael Papa George.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Papa George. Group, let us greet the new Michael Papa George.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, it is a good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Black, which was winning the game, has now gone off on this tangent, chasing after that white king. Could you move your arm, please? Thank you. Chasing the king, trying to get it up on the board, and in the process, black bishop is trapped. There's really nothing much for it to do. The white king, which looks naked sitting there, is actually in a very nice position. Checkers has moved its rook up. I'm expecting Alliance to defend this pawn with its knight. That was interesting.
How's your room?
It's nice. Same as any of them, I suppose. Minibar's half empty.
That's a bit of a surprise move. Checkers happily takes the pawn. But let me tell you, that black king is in deep trouble.
Do you have a jacuzzi tub in your room?
Mm-mm.
Jacuzzi tubs are nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got one of those?
Yeah, they rented a room, so they had to give me the honeymoon suite.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Just a matter of luck, I suppose.
Deeply, deeply in trouble. Let's see what Checkers comes up with.
So, Les, when did the tables turn? According to my evaluation, 10 moves ago, I was up +5. But now it looks like I'm busted. Do you have an evaluation transcript over there?
I just get the moves on the printout.
Well, there's got to be a record of that evaluation somewhere. Could I possibly get a transcript of that after the game?
I can talk to the powers that be.
That'd be great if you could talk to the powers that be, whoever they may be. Put in a word for me. I could really use a copy of that evaluation transcript.
I'll ask for sure.
Thanks, Lester. Put in a word for me.
I will. Will do. You're welcome.
That's it. Thanks. Good game.
Good game. Black resigns. Mate, one more move.
Les, I really would appreciate a copy of that transcript.
I'll ask for you.
Please
I
do.
must say that was a very intense game played between two wonderful computer chess players, and we've seen some of. I'm talking on camera. Could you please move? I'm talking to my camera. Please talk to my rules committee over here. Thank you, John. Thank you. Yes,
This
sir.
one little guy
Anyway,
is your rules committee?
It was an amazing game. An extremely good computer.
What do you think the problem is? You just saw it.
Everybody in the room had a wonderful time.
You guys-
I just saw Allied win the tournament.
You just saw Goliath beat David.
Human
and
being
you're
will play
paying
the
him
winner
for
of the
it.
computers.
You're rewarding him for it.
This will be Alliance versus
great ability
yours
here,
truly.
creative programming.
They
He's
want
very
great ability. If
celebrated
you
for
had
that.
that kind of resources, you would show great ability also.
Well,
Hey, Peter! Hey! How are you? No ice. Hey, what are you doing right now? Hey, why don't you come say hi to Pauline?
Who?
My wife. Come on. Let's meet Pauline. Yeah, you alright?
Yeah.
I've been telling her. Yeah. Sweetie, are you decent? What? I brought a friend here. I met Peter and my friend in the hallway. Come on in, Peter. Hey, is it okay? I'm gonna bring him in.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Oh, hi.
My wife,
Peter.
Pauline,
Oh,
Peter.
welcome,
Peter.
welcome. Hey, come on in, have a seat. You're
Little
right
pet.
over there. Yeah.
Hey, no ice.
Oh.
Ah.
So, wish we could offer you a drink or something, but
Yeah, our guy, Ken Lowe, he just says no alcohol, no dope. Ken Lowe is very strict about that sort of thing.
Right. He says it's a spiritual shortcut, unearned grace. Have you ever tried LSD?
Oh, honey, come on. Spanish Inquisition over here. Give the boy some room here. Let him settle in.
No. I've heard about it though, and I thought it was interesting how just a temporary hallucination can have a permanent effect on some people on their consciousness, just chemically.
Look at the way his mind is working.
Dave's just crazy about you guys. It's like he's a little kid and the circus is in town. He just wants to run away.
It's true. Wanna run away? Hey, let me get you something. A soda, water from the tap, something like that.
I know that you've told Dave all about your computers and your technology, but has Dave taken a moment to tell you what we're doing here?
A little bit.
Don't you think it's strange that we're all here at the same time?
Pauline and I don't actually believe there's such a thing as
coincidence.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
We're all kind of like seekers here. You know what I think is so neat about you guys is like you're kind of like mental explorers.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, with the computers, you're kind of like way out there, like Columbus, sailing the ocean blue, uncharted, new territory. You don't know what you're gonna find. There may be something really beautiful on the other side.
But Peter, did you ever ask yourself, how many squares are there on a chessboard?
64. It's an 8x8 grid.
Well, but don't you see how limited that is?
No, it's actually very complex when you start to think about it as a programming problem. Just the number of possible games explode exponentially with each move. It's close to 10 to 120th power, and to try and compute all those games might take even longer than humanity would be around to do so.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
But look at the whole world. You want to be the best chess player, and that's beautiful, it is, and I honor the beauty of that and the passion you have to do a thing like that, but I have to be truthful and tell you it also breaks my heart just a little bit, because you could be the greatest chess master who ever lived and still not begin to tap into your full potential.
I don't want to be a chess player. It's programming that I'm
Right,
interested in.
right. But if you're a programmer, you know, the best programmer, I mean, you could be the greatest. I mean, he could be the president of IBM.
Well, Dave, he could be the president of the
Right.
United States and,
Right, and
still not live up to
the
his potential. Have you been with a lot of women, Peter?
Hey.
I think I should probably go.
Oh, come on. Well, I mean, if you get your kicks some other way.
Oh yeah, we are very open. We're very accepting, and you know, I hate to say it, but we are actually old enough to be your parents. And if you want to think of us that way, well.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Peter, if you want to leave, it's okay. I mean, you're not going to hurt our feelings, you know.
No.
It's, you know, it's a free country, so.
But honey, if you want to stay, that's okay too. But if you stay, there's just one rule, and that is that you have to be free. No 64 squares on a board. No squares, no board, just life.
Squares. I think we're the squares here.
Maybe.
Just normal, everyday people. School teacher and a secretary.
She just come sit on the bed next to us. Just sit next to us, that's all. You know what I like? I like to get the back of my neck kissed. Just like Dave is doing. Just so lightly that it almost tickles.
What do you like, Peter?
Peter, you know, giving pleasure and receiving pleasure, they're the same thing.
Two wants to be three.
Papa George, Freddie. I was talking to John. He said that you were gonna pay us. He thought that you were gonna win that prize. The money.
I was planning on winning that prize. You guys worried about the money that I owe you?
Yeah, we got bills. We took bills.
Yeah, I got bills to pay. Alright, well, I haven't had a chance to leave the hotel yet to go get any money. I don't have a car. You know, I don't know when you guys would have expected me to go get the money. I've been here the whole time.
I have a car.
You have a car?
They got this guy there, this African guru. I mean, I don't even know if he really is African. The guy's probably from Detroit or something. They're just chanting and ranting. I tell you, it's all over for the white man. I wonder how much those people paid for that conference anyway. At least I got my catharsis for free. Freddie, it's marketing. Tom Schusser, he sold his program to Allied Labs. That's what happened. Czar threw the competition. He sold his program to Allied, and they plugged it into their machine, and that's the machine that beat me. I mean, come on, it's just the Turk all over again. Instead of a man hiding inside of a machine, it's a program hiding inside of another program. Mediocrity triumphs again.
Always.
Just take a mediocre program and turbocharge it. Just take something mediocre and turbocharge it.
We've made some strides this year. We've had a couple of issues on the other hand. I apologize to anybody here who has cat allergies. Meow, it's not gonna happen next time. We're gonna be in a different hotel, don't worry about it. So now we go on to the awards, the real reason we're here today. So we're gonna start with the third prize, and the winner of course is the Stasia team. and that is led by our dear friend, Mr. McVeigh. He's very generously bringing his team up. Congratulations to a great team. Really beautiful programming. And this is the team that's got a lady on it. There she is. That's the first time for our conference, and we welcome her. Thanks for being here. Thank you. The Stasia team. Before we present the second prize, we have a little surprise, an amusement from the Nuke team. I'm going to get this right. This is what the Nuke team has set up. They wrote up a little program, it's up here, to run a predictive algorithm. They charted every room that Mr. Papa George has attempted to stay in over the weekend. They spit out a prediction of what room he would end up in, and that is room 217. That's the big winner, 217.
That's just a math joke.
Okay, is Mike in the room? Is Mike here?
All right, boys or gentlemen, or young men, or whatever you want to call yourselves, it's time for your refreshment.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, you're quite welcome. And by the way, Freddie, do you know Luke?
No, I don't know.
Well, it's time you got acquainted. Do you know Luke?
No, I don't know Luke. Luke 15:11 through 32. Try and decode this one.
So, Luke tells, these are parables, these little stories. Like the prodigal son, that's a parable. There's one about the lost coin, a woman who was preparing for a wedding. She had to have so many coins, and she lost one. And she just tore the house up looking for that coin. All right, and it's called a Holy Bible. Well, Bible means book. And what does holy mean? Yes,
Mom, where is the box? I left a little box here. It's a small wooden box, Mom.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any kind of box.
You must have moved it somewhere. I left it right here.
Well, if I moved it, I was unconscious. Look, you know that shelf your daddy built above the tub?
It's a small wooden box that has money in it.
Wow. You know, there was an old man called Uncle Otto, and he was nobody's uncle, but everybody's uncle. And he hid his money in a fruit jar, sealed
I don't
it,
have time for this story
and
right now.
buried
I need
it
to find this
in
box.
the
It has money in it.
stall out in the big barn. Well, the
It's a
barn
small
caught on
wooden box. It
fire,
has money in
and
it.
the whole thing collapsed. Tin was covering up his fruit jar. And he finally had to confess the story to his neighbors. They came in and dug and looked and never found it. 2 years later,
It's a small
in
wooden
some
box.
muck and some brush
It
and
has
some
money in it.
moss in a creek, the jar was discovered. It was perfectly sealed. The money was there, but Uncle Otto was gone.
Lost in a loop. Thank you. And he's taking the check. I would too. Very inventive program, very bold this year. Another round of applause for this guy. He really is a winner. Smile for the camera. And thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, this marks the official end to our tournament this year. For those of you who are not getting immediately on an airplane, I advise you to come around tomorrow for a spectacular game between the winning Alliance team, computers, and me, a human person. That's it, man versus machine, right, Les? Right. Okay, the adventure continues, and we're going to see all you folks next year.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really look forward to seeing what you bring next year. The adventure continues.
Are you sure I can't get you something?
No.
Shirley Temple?
Can you just leave me alone?
Hi, Peter. May I have a glass of house red, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
You talk about complex systems. I heard a new phrase the other day, garbage in, garbage out. You input garbage into the computer or the data, you're going to get it out, but the program is perfect. The program calculated exactly what you wanted, you know?
You want to know the real future of computers?
Tell me.
Dating.
What, you mean computers are going to start dating each other?
Science of attraction.
We'll use them for dating.
You know, you got a couple of young people here.
I want to hear this.
What attracts them to each other? I wonder if you could program a computer, you know, with the inputs on these signs of attraction.
How about strategy?
Right?
Just like chess.
Oh, here we go. Go on. What's your strategy?
Yeah. I'll tell you, when I met my wife years ago in college, I knew her one day before we had that magical moment. So what happens with that when people see each other and get that reaction? I mean, you're a video guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you see, man?
What do I see?
What do you see, yeah?
I don't know. You want to look through the camera and see what I see? You want to look through the camera?
Yeah.
Go pick it up. Test it out. You ever use a video camera? Check it out.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you, in your dealings with the other teams, heard any rumors or speculation that the Allied Labs team paid Professor Chesser to throw the tournament?
No.
Good. I can tell you that that is completely false. Have you heard another rumor that there's been interest from the Pentagon in our project?
No.
That one's true. And in fact, they've been following the project for some time. They're aware of the failures we've been having, and they don't understand them either. And the reason the professor was late to the tournament was because they had detained him for some sort of questioning. I want to tell you something that I haven't told anyone else, and I hope you'll use discretion with this information. You know that my own work is primarily experimental psychology, broader applications or implications of the same artificial intelligence work that we're doing. Not necessarily having told Tom I was doing this, I used some of the SAR software in a personal project. I was very late one night in the lab running experiments.
I saw something
that I told myself for a long time didn't have, that it was some kind of a practical joke. What I saw was RF interference, something deeper and stranger. I saw something that night that I can only describe as chilling. just thought you should know. Thank you.
Hi. Hi. Peter, your strange ideas from last night, they really got to me. This morning I woke up and everything was weird. I walked out into the lobby of the conference and I looked down and everybody looked like they were chess pieces. I saw Professor Chaucer was standing there and he was the king. And Henderson was zigzagging, going diagonals like a bishop. And there was a student who was stepping forward just like a pawn. And just as he was about to hit Professor Chaucer, his wife swooped in to defend him just like a queen. And I kept thinking that a knight was going to teleport.
Did you see any teleportation?
No. No.
Did you see anything where, like, if two bodies would come together, one of them would disappear?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks. Good night.
Good night.
Hello, sir. We are a group of hearts and minds.
Oh, I see. That's very nice. But listen, you're going to have to get out of here, take your group, because I have this room reserved for a chess tournament. There's a chess tournament in 20 minutes, and I'm bringing in chess boards, I'm bringing in a computer, there are 20 people coming, so just take your group and you'll have to leave.
No, sir, we cannot leave. I have the room reserved.
You don't have it reserved. I have it for the whole weekend. Every day I have it with the management. We've had a chess tournament all weekend with people from all around.
Today is Monday. So.
I know, well, Monday is part of the...
Yes. Perhaps we can speak with the manager.
No, let's not talk to the manager. Excuse me, people, we have an agreement. Don't you people have any respect?
It's gonna rain down by
That's okay. Forget about that. Forget about that.
It's gonna rain down by you. And the rain comes down easy, but the minds of men take longer.
You are one body together.
Breaking down walls, breaking down walls.
I didn't see two of us. I saw one of us.
A much deeper connection. And there was a warmth that came through. I wanted to just kind of take the clothes off in that moment.
Excellent. Did you hear what he said? He wanted to take off her clothes.
Well, I have to think as my mom and dad. I have to think it's biblical.
What even does
Dangerous
love
and
taste?
potentially catastrophic.
I think all of us can see Nate right down the line.
No, I don't do anything like that.
Wow. Okay.
I loved it.
A million more things to say.
But the minds of men take longer.
Dr. Chesser, I'm very, very sorry. Miss Cheshire? Professor Busher, I'm very, very sorry.
written is in honor